You want to know what drives her crazy? It's not looks. It's not wealth, and it's not charm. It can be an advantage, yes, but it's not the main reason. It's the man who doesn't need her, the one who doesn't chase, the one who doesn't beg, the one who doesn't rearrange his world to prove he's good enough. That's the one she can't stop thinking about. That's the one who lives in her mind. That's the one who breaks every rule she says she has, and still gets the best of her. You've seen it. You've lived it. You've watched her reject the guy who gave her everything, and fall for the one who gave her almost nothing. You thought it was unfair. You thought it was confusing. But it's not. It's psychology. It's wiring. And once you understand it, you will never chase again. This is the brutal truth no one teaches you. The one they bury under nice guy lies and feel-good advice. But today, we dig it up. We shine light on it. And you learn how to use it with power, purpose, and complete control. You're not here to play games. You're here to understand the game and flip it. Let's begin. Number 1. Scarcity. Principle. Why being too available makes you invisible. Here's what you were told. Show her you care. Be consistent. Be there for her. Make her feel secure. Here's what that actually does. It kills tension. It floods her with comfort. And it strips you of value. Why? Because her attraction doesn't follow your logic. It follows emotional scarcity. The more she senses that you're always there, the more she assumes she can come and go as she pleases, the more she believes she's already won. And when she feels that, the chase dies. She doesn't want to chase what's always chasing her. She doesn't crave what's constantly offered. She wants what's just out of reach. Not impossible, just not guaranteed. The moment she senses you'd do anything to keep her is the moment she knows she doesn't need to do anything to keep you. And that's when everything shifts. Your constant messages, background noise, your eager responses, predictable. Not because she's evil, not because she's ungrateful, but because value lives in scarcity. Water is priceless in a desert, but meaningless when it's flooding the streets. Same principle. If your energy, time, and attention are overflowing without boundaries, you are flooding her with something she didn't earn, didn't ask for, and can't respect. She doesn't admire what's given too easily. She admires what's guarded and given by choice, not by desperation. So how do you apply this? You stop being emotionally free to anyone who hasn't earned your presence. You stop replying instantly just because your phone buzzed. You stop rearranging your day for someone who hasn't done the same for you. You treat your time, energy, and attention like currency, because that's what it is. When you're scarce, you're valuable. When you're over-available, you're overlooked. This is why she chases the man who doesn't chase her. It's not manipulation. It's natural law. What she can't predict, she prioritizes. What she has to wonder about, she invests in. What she feels tension with, she craves. So stop being the easy win. You are not here to be constantly available. You are here to be selectively present. Let her feel your absence. Let her wonder what you're focused on. Let her work to earn your emotional energy. Because when she senses that she can't just walk into your world unchallenged, she'll run toward it. Scarcity doesn't mean disappearing. It means living a life that's already full, with or without her. When you embody that, she doesn't just want you. She needs to prove she's worth the space in your mind. That's when the game changes. That's when you become the prize. Number 2. Challenge creates desire. Why she loses interest when you make it too easy. You've been trained to think challenge equals conflict. That if you don't make things easy, she'll walk away. That if you say no, she'll find someone who says yes. So you give, you agree, you adapt, you accommodate. And then she disappears anyway. Why? Because the moment you become predictable, you stop being exciting. She doesn't crave safety without tension. She craves emotional movement. And movement doesn't come from always knowing what you'll do next. It comes from not being sure. It comes from tension, not arguments, not conflict, tension. The emotional pull of, I want more of this, but I don't fully have it yet. That's what creates desire. You want to know why she keeps going back to the one who doesn't call back? It's not because she's broken. It's because the tension is alive. Every message he sends, unexpected. Every response, delayed. Every moment of warmth, rare. And that rarity? It lights up her nervous system. She feels the high. She feels the drop. She starts chasing the feeling, not the man. You thought being consistent would prove your worth. But consistency without polarity becomes routine. And routine becomes boredom. And boredom kills desire faster than disrespect ever will. So what do? You become the embodiment of clarity with unpredictability. You don't become chaotic. You become centered but never fully decoded. You don't give her 100% of your mind, heart, and schedule in week 1. You let her earn your access. You challenge her thoughts. You interrupt her patterns. You make her wonder what you think, not because you're hiding, but because you're not seeking approval. That's what draws her closer. Not your praise, not your availability, but your presence, paired with your standards. When she sees that you're not here to win her, but to connect authentically without compromise, you become the one man she doesn't understand. And that confusion? That's the opening of desire, because she can't conquer you. She can't predict you. She can't pin you down in her usual way. So she does what her wiring demands. She pursues. Desire doesn't live in being easy to love. It lives in being difficult to fully possess. Not emotionally closed, not manipulative, just unapologetically self-defined. So while others try to earn her interest through effort, you earn it through energy. You hold your line. You deliver truth. You speak with weight. And she feels it, not in her ears but in her spine. Challenge her mind. Don't beg for her time. Make her feel what she hasn't felt in months. I want this, but I can't fully hold it. And that makes me want it more. Number 3, forbidden fruit trigger. The power of being emotionally unavailable. She doesn't want what's easy. She doesn't obsess over what's given freely. She craves the thing she feels she shouldn't want or can't fully have. That's the forbidden fruit effect. The moment you step into emotional unavailability, not out of pain, but out of power, you become the one she can't control. And that ignites her curiosity. People desire what feels restricted. The mind fixates on what's scarce. The emotions spiral around what feels almost reachable, but just out of grasp. She's not drawn to the man who says, "I'd do anything for you." She's drawn to the one who looks her in the eye and says, "I want nothing I don't choose, not even you." That's not arrogance, that's power. Because in that moment she realizes you are not like the others. You don't want her out of lack. You don't need her for identity. You're not emotionally starved. You're already full. And that fullness, it makes her hunger for a taste of your focus. Not because she earned it, but because you didn't offer it blindly. The forbidden fruit is only forbidden when you're not easily touched emotionally. When your validation is not tossed around like a gift bag. When your vulnerability isn't weaponized against you because you withhold it until it's earned. You don't do this to punish her. You do it to protect the most sacred part of you, your peace, your focus, your emotional space. Most people, they give that away to anyone with a smile. And then they wonder why they're forgotten. You want her attention? Don't give her all of you. Give her the mystery of not knowing what's underneath. Don't close off. Don't fake distance. Just stop offering your soul like it's a discount. When she senses that she's not the center of your world, that your focus is bigger, that your mission is louder, she starts competing for a place in it. That's when she invests. That's when she texts more. That's when she leans in, not because you played a game, but because you've built a life she wasn't instantly allowed into. The forbidden fruit effect works because it disrupts the dopamine circuit. She can't binge you, she can't predict you, she can't have you yet. So her mind keeps looping, her heart keeps guessing, her body keeps remembering. This is how obsession starts. When desire is combined with uncertainty and just enough connection to crave more. So stop flooding her with you. Stop giving her the full book after she's only read the title. Let her want to open you. Let her wonder what page she's on. Let her wish for the next chapter. And that craving, it's not about you. It's about what you withhold with power, not fear. Number 4, ego boost psychology. Why she wants to feel like she changed you. There's a secret craving buried beneath the surface of many attraction dynamics. It's not just about being wanted. It's about being the one who unlocked something no one else could. She doesn't just want your attention. She wants to believe she's the reason your walls dropped, that she's the one woman who reached the part of you no one else got close to. Why? Because it makes her feel powerful, not in a manipulative way, but in a biologically programmed, ego-validating way. Every time you tell her, "I don't open up easily," and then you share something real, she feels like she just found gold in a locked vault. You didn't give her value. You made her earn access to it, and that access, that's where the ego boost kicks in. She thinks, if he's like this with no one else, but he opened up to me, then I must be special. That's what she wants, not to be loved by a man who loves everyone, but to be the exception to the rule. To feel chosen by someone who isn't begging to be loved. To feel important to someone who was already full before she arrived. To feel validated by earning closeness, not having it handed to her like a participation trophy. But here's the mistake most make. They give vulnerability away too soon, hoping it builds connection. They cry on the first date. They explain trauma without trust. They turn transparency into exposure. That doesn't build closeness. It makes her feel like she's in a therapy session, not a dynamic exchange. Vulnerability is powerful, but only when it's rare, only when it's intentional. Only when she has to break through your calm to reach it. Then, and only then, does it hit her ego in a way that makes her want more. Not because she's selfish, but because she's invested. It's the same reason a locked door is more attractive than an open one, because what's guarded feels valuable. So how do you apply this? Be open, but not immediately. Be warm, but not emotionally dependent. Be real, but let her work for your depth. Let her earn the right to hear your story. Let her feel the shift when you finally drop the guard, with her and only her. Because that's what makes it unforgettable. Not the story you tell, but the fact that she's the only one who got to hear it. You want to become unforgettable? Don't pour your soul out on arrival. Become the mystery she wants to decode. Let her feel that her presence unlocked something sacred. And when that happens, she doesn't just want you, She protects you, because now your vulnerability isn't just yours, it's something she earned. And to her, that's irreplaceable. Number 5, closing mindset shift. You're not manipulating, you're returning to power. Let's be clear, you're not here to play games. You're not here to lie, cheat, or trick someone into wanting you. You're not here to pretend. You're here to reclaim the emotional leverage you gave away. You're here to remember what was always true. That being grounded, unavailable, focused, and stoic isn't bad for dating. It's the exact energy that drives her crazy when it's real. This isn't about punishing her. This is about protecting you. This is about building a life, a mind, a mission so full, she becomes a guest in your world, not the builder of it. Because when you live from that place, you don't have to chase. You don't have to prove. You don't have to play pretend confidence. You become the man who knows exactly who he is and lets the world adjust accordingly. You're not pulling back to get a reaction. You're just done throwing yourself at people who haven't earned you. You're done waiting for her to validate you. You're done being easy, predictable, over-available. Because the minute you stopped needing her to want you, she started wondering why you're so calm, so grounded, so whole. That's the attraction. That's the paradox. When you stop needing the chase, you start commanding attention without saying a word. Because you radiate something most don't even understand. A presence that's full on its own. A stillness that can't be bought. A confidence that doesn't need applause. She doesn't fall for your words. She falls for the way you're unmoved. So from now on, you don't prove. You don't plead. You don't sell. You hold. You hold your silence. You hold your focus. You hold your line. And anyone who tries to pull you off your center, they get ignored or removed. Not because you're cold, but because you finally remembered the most attractive energy on this planet is a human being who doesn't need to be chased, because they are already complete. So stop chasing validation, start becoming undeniable. Now you understand. She doesn't want what's easy. She doesn't chase what's predictable. She doesn't crave what always says yes. She wants the energy that makes her second-guess herself. She wants the person who could want her, but doesn't need her. She wants to be chosen by someone who's already full, not someone begging for completion. She's not confused. She's human. And when you understand her programming, without judgment, without bitterness, you stop getting played and start playing on a different level. A level where your energy leads, your focus protects, your time is earned, and your value isn't debated. Because when you truly don't need to be wanted, you become unforgettable. Subscribe now if you're done chasing people who don't see your value and ready to step into the grounded, stoic version of yourself that women feel before you speak. Comment below. What shift hit you hardest? What have you been giving away too easily? And how are you changing it starting now? Share this video with someone who's still stuck trying to be the nice guy, the always there guy, the pick-me guy, and let them see why it never works. Support the channel to help us keep releasing brutally honest content. The kind that's actually changing lives by exposing truth, not selling fantasy. You're not here to play small. You're here to become a force. Stop proving. Start leading. She doesn't want the man who gives her the world. She wants the one who already owns his and lets her earn a place in it.